Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about the Chromium Premium USB condenser microphone and why it's actually a pretty interesting option that not a lot of people really talk about. At first glance, it looks like just another USB mic, but once you start looking closer at it, you realize it's doing a lot more than most microphones in this category. The biggest thing that immediately stands out is the fact that it has a built-in 2-channel mixer, which is honestly kind of insane for a USB microphone at $70. You get a physical dial on the front, some visual indicators on the base, and actual hardware controls instead of everything being locked behind a software. This microphone is clearly designed for content creators in mind, and even singers or songwriters who want something simple but flexible on a budget. This microphone is way heavier than you'd expect, though most of the weight is around 3.8 pounds, but that's with the base, which is all metal, which is pretty wild for a USB microphone, but it's also physically large as well. Everything about it feels solid and premium. The base is made out of metal, the stand is made out of metal, and the mic itself feels kind of overbuilt, but it doesn't feel cheap or hollow at all, which is honestly surprising at this price point. The Chromium was designed in the USA and was manufactured in China. Well, at least they're honest about that. It's part of the Element series and is built as an all-in-one solution. One of its biggest strengths is the 4 selectable polar pattern. You can switch between modes for vocals, room recording, stereo, or 2-person interviews if you really wanted to. That alone gives it more flexibility than most USB microphones. Now there are some caveats to this microphone that I want to add for beginners. This microphone has a lot of dials and controls for a USB mic. You've got gain, polar pattern selections, monitoring controls, and inputs on the back. If you're brand new to audio, this might actually be a little confusing at first. It's not difficult once you understand what everything does, but it's definitely not a plug it in and forget about it type of microphone like some simpler USB microphones. This is a USB only microphone, not an XLR. Around the back, you've got a headphone jack, an aux input for instruments, a USB-C input, and controls that let you blend modern audio between the USB and PC. The labeling isn't super beginner friendly, and some of it isn't immediately obvious, but once you spend a few minutes with it, it starts to make sense. Another thing worth noting is that the microphone appears to be permanently attached to the stand. You cannot remove it, which could be a downside if the stand ever breaks in the future, but considering the price, it's not a huge deal to replace. If this review has helped you in any way, please subscribe to my channel for future microphone reviews, and I hope you have enjoyed.